Good evening, and welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent Tournament Race. This is an elimination match. This is Game 3 between RandomEffekt and Crystal Saber. I'm John Tabin. Joining me in the booth is Farron Burgundy. Good evening, Farron.
Good evening, John. This is going to be a fantastic night here. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Just 4 in the winner's bracket and 6 in the bonus bracket, but after tonight, that will be reduced by 1. We'll only have 5 left.
Yeah, and it's Saber versus RandomEffekt is always a barn burner. Ari knocked Saber out of the fall tournament. That again, or the opposite, could happen tonight. We got a 1 heart start. We already know from their start screen, and possibly a blue ring. I'm not sure. They have all their files filled in, so I'm not sure if that's if their sprites were just that color or just a coincidence. But we'll see when they do get 1 item to start randomly, and but it is Elite 8 flags. So in addition to the random 1 to 5 heart start, which we can already see has rolled 1 heart, there could be mirrored overworld, there could be sprite shuffle, there could be a lot of wacky stuff going on. So we'll try to keep up. This is random percent, so we kind of have to figure out the rules as we go.
One rule that we do know about is that Ganon is required. That is the remorse flag.
Yes.
You can see by the Triforces on either side in the bottom left and bottom right corners. This is tied at 1. We're starting up in the
This is a blue
northwest.
ring.
We have mirrored overworld.
Yep, and we got a blue ring, and we got level 4, 5, and 7 or 8, depending on how the dungeon quest rolled. And Saber has the beeping on.
Oh boy, that's going to be fun.
You know, even with a random heart start, I like to leave the beeping on just because it's so disconcerting if you're used to being warned that you're going to die to have that turned off. But RandomEffekt has it turned off, and it looks like we've switched to his audio. So they both found a level. We got hidden dungeon numbers again, and but Saber grabbed the Triforce. Let's see what it is. It's one of the ones they already had.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, that based on the color palette, that could have been a first quest for, but it was, but we didn't really see enough to really tell.
And on Saber's side, well, we've got the money-making game, and it looks like with the everybody asking about pizza, it looks like, well, if you get the book, it's going to be a translator for potential hints, at minimum.
Yeah, there are 3 flags that can possibly modify the book. That one has clearly rolled on.
Okay, nice small secret. 18.
18, yeah, not too bad.
Above the standard 10 that you would see in vanilla.
Now, the moblins are shooting arrows. So, and they are the correct arrow sprites. So, unlike their first 2 games, it looks like we have vanilla sprites. Their first 2 games were both fun percent rolls. One was all meat and one was all books. So, and I know RandomEffekt's not a big fan of sprite shuffle or fun percent, so might be a bit of a relief.
Oh, just goes to show. I show up and the fun tends to stop, apparently. Well, there is, well, easy come, easy go on our east side. There goes that 18 rupees. And a good point from our tracker Chiros in chat.
Yeah, we don't know if we have a sword.
Will we have a sword?
It is 50-50 swordless. They had swordless in one of their races already. We got a blue boomerang on the coast. So at least Coast Heart Shuffle rolled on.
And we have extra candle in play. So Saber going to grab a candle here almost 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and the Zora snipe.
Yeah, the blue boomerang on the coast also confirms that items are shuffled, which is not always the case with these flags. So random effect at the wood sword screen. Let's see if that shuffled. It did, and it's a bomb. That is either the white sword or magical sword bombs. We don't know yet. Now, that flag that replaces the swords or upgrades with bombs is separate from the swordless flag, so one can be on without necessarily both of them. So still more to come in terms of that information. Now this looks like a level 1, but we got a dig dogger right away, so not going to kill him without a recorder.
Or a weapon.
Yeah, Ari doesn't even have a candle yet, so he can pirouette this door. And yeah, this is looking like a first quest level 1, just based on the rooms we've seen so far. But
it looks like it might be bomb blocked.
Yeah.
So if we're going by vanilla pallets rolling here, then Saver has just picked up the Triforce, presumably to level 2. We'll take a look in a moment and confirm if that is correct.
Yeah, that is. Well, it was definitely either first quest 2 or second quest 3 slots based on what we've seen. Oh, we got 2 blue candles in the candle cave. This is a swordless seed.
Oh boy.
What that means is that in addition, and since Ganon is required, that's on. That means that in addition to the bow and the silver arrows, they will need the wand to kill Ganon.
The wand is going to be needed. Yep.
Yeah. In the vanilla swordless speedrun, the run ends at Ganon because you can't kill Ganon without a sword in the vanilla game. But in the randomizer, it's been modified so that Ganon is vulnerable to the wand, which makes that a required item if Ganon is required, as he is.
To answer the question in chat, is it a quick seed? It depends on what you call quick.
Yeah, I mean, swordless is so high variance because, if they find a wand under an Armos, 2 minutes from now, it could be, it could be pretty quick. If they have to, clear 4 more dungeons with nothing but a blue candle, it could take a while. So we'll see.
We have the take any roads on RandomEffekt side. Got one down along the shoreline.
Yeah. And those any roads are shuffled, so the power bracelet is going to open something other than any roads, even if it's just a first quest overworld. I don't think we've had an indication on the overworld quest yet, unless I missed it.
I'm still working on the reversal. Those bomb prices a little hefty. But speak of bombs, RandomEffekt picking up some.
That is a green entrance to level 3. That means we have a mixed quest first overworld. Ooh. Mixed quest meaning secrets that are in one quest but not the other may or may not be there. Second, the palette change indicates that it's going to be the second quest cave distribution, meaning only one big secret. Money could be tight.
That could definitely be problematic, and we see that particular bomb door not opening.
Yeah,
so yeah, mixed second quest.
Yeah.
And 40 for the mid secret. That's pretty nice as well. The maximum mid secret. So that at least is it's not going to solve all the money problems, but for second quest overworld, yeah, that is the one that you see most frequently. So the fact that it's higher helps.
Yeah, mitigate some of the pain of that particular role.
And Saver doubling his hearts and a spin. Going from 1 to 2. And RE now getting the good news of the mid-secret. Yeah, the arrow's not too bad in price, as noted in chat here. And RandomEffekt going to go ahead and retry and hang on to that little bit of money, as money is tight.
And the bomb, which
And the
obviously
bomb, yeah.
bomb management, especially, I mean, always important, but even more important in a swordless seed. So what they're really looking for early on, I think, is a repeatable offense. If not the wand, which would be ideal, like a red candle, a bow and arrow, something where they can clear rooms without reloading with a blue candle or spending their bombs. So Saver now in this presumed level 1. He does have a bomb, so he might get a little bit further than RE did. He'll have a candle so he can check out if these keys have anything for us.
Yeah, I don't think this is intending to be an all boards, no swords, but it depends on how the rando rolls.
Yeah, it's going to be most boards, no swords. We did get a few Triforce pieces to start with, so won't necessarily have to go into every dungeon, but given... just depends on how fast they find stuff. And Saber finds a big shield on the floor in level 1. That means this is a boomstick seed. There's going to be a
boomstick seed.
There's going to be a book for sale somewhere. With the second quest overworld, it might be kind of tricky to get enough money to get that book, but if they do, it will make the wand fire bomb explosions, as well as translate the NPCs that are all saying the same thing, because we can tell that the book as Atlas flag is rolled on.
But even if there's no Atlas, as Meatloaf sang, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now RE back into 1 and is gonna get that big shield. And yeah, also of note, no blue ring or candle that needs to be bought, as they started with the blue ring.
So RE back in 1.
And now Saver getting the news that it is swordless. Seeing the double blue candle.
And someone asked in chat if you'd retry to get the heart. I think maybe if you saw that immediately after the take any and we're like close to your start location, but given how much ground they've covered, no, not really worth the time.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be dialing you back about 9, maybe 10 minutes. That's a heck of a lot of time to dial back.
Question chat, why is double blue candle swordless? Well, with the extra candles flag, the wood sword cave gives you a choice of a wood sword or a candle. So those 2 candles are the wood sword cave. There is no wood sword. It's the swordless flag is on. That's how we deduce that.
And Saver has found... Yeah, Saver's in 9 already, as the old meme goes.
Yeah, I didn't.
quickly
I
out of it.
I didn't see the start location of that 9. I don't know if anyone in chat caught it, but we can see if RandomEffekt gets the map. This is definitely first quest 1, so 1 through 6 will be first quest. And the reason I ask about the start location in 9, if he started in the same column as the number 9, then it is either first quest or shapes. If it's the second quest 9, it's further in the middle. But it was so fast that I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was a blink and you missed it kind of a thing.
Yeah. Someone in chat saying they think it might have been second quest. But I'm sure we'll see soon.
The small secret atop the waterfall. Doesn't look like we've seen enemies being randomized between overworld and underworld.
I am getting an extra bosses vibe, and
yeah, definitely an extra bosses vibe, but
and
you're not going to see dark nuts and whiz robes in the overworld or anything like that.
Pole's voice in level 1 is a shuffle.
Yeah.
Sorry, grabbing that level 1 Triforce. Yeah, there was a lot of that level 1 they just couldn't do. I don't think they got to the second floor item.
No.
We don't know if Heart Shuffle's on, because there's at least one floor item, which we saw, and I don't think we got to the basement item either. In fact, I don't think we saw an open basement, so it might have remove open stairs on. Because normally...
Possible. There was the one room just to the right of start that had a dig dogger in it.
Yeah, it was an Aquamentus room, though. It
was an Aquamentus room, okay.
Yeah, so that might have been the heart drop. We did see a Triforce in a Triforce room, so if item drops are unshuffled, then that room with the dig dogger has either the heart or if heart shuffles on the other item. But we also didn't see the basement, I don't think, so. And we also haven't seen the Armos item. They've checked some of them, but they haven't gotten to all of them.
Also, thanks, game. Now I'm hungry for pizza, too. So,
that
looks
is definitely
like it's under the R, so that is a second quest level 9.
Yeah, for sure. So that means the Triforce piece they started with was 8, I think. I always confuse the 7 and 8, which switch places between the dungeon quests, but it was the one that's on top. Yeah.
That would be 8.
Yeah. Now, having a second quest 8, where you started with the Triforce in the mix, is interesting because if you don't need to go into second quest 8, you definitely like to avoid it. But it does have 2 items, and if it you may end up having to do that endless dig of staircase after staircase.
Okay, so the beeping is gone. That's a good sign.
Yep. They will go back to 1 heart when they up A, even when they collect more. But
yeah, this mirrored overworld is certainly something. And Saver gonna go and purchase some pricey bombs. And so too is RandomEffekt.
Saber also getting arrows, and Ari doesn't have enough money to do that, so he's just gonna get some more bombs. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Saber opted to up A instead of getting the arrows.
I didn't. I just saw him go back in. Maybe he just took a pass on it for now. RandomEffekt finds level 2.
Quick key grab and out.
Nice thing about having a first quest for the front half of the dungeons, should be able to get some keys.
Alright, this looks like 3 that Saver is in.
Yep.
And so another Dig Dogger.
Finding our small dungeons early. But these Dodongos,
the compass in the next room after you see the Triforce never fails.
Well, Saber got a compass in the room right of the Triforce. It looks like he's going to need either a ladder or a key to get to that room. But these Dodongos are really unfriendly in a Swordless Seed because you can't smoke and stab them and refill your bombs anymore. You have to feed them 2 bombs.
Patra.
Ooh, and Patra, another tricky enemy in Swordless, because if you don't have a sword, the only thing that damages Patra is the handle of a wand. So if you don't have a wand, you're not clearing that room. And yeah, I believe that was the blue sandy room. That is the vanilla heart container room. So we're 2 for 2 on the vanilla heart container rooms being boss rooms we can't clear yet.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh. Blue Gorilla sniping with the boomerang and giving a death to RandomEffekt. Now, of note, thank you in chat, that is the room that would normally have the blue boomerang.
We know in this seed that's on the coast, so but if it is unshuffled item drops, that fireball turret room should have a should have an item in it.
Yeah, Saver with a very great bomb placement there to take out, what was that, 4 gorillas in one go? Maybe 5? Oh! And Patra's Saturn Ring clipping RandomEffekt again. Oh, and there's a Patra in the reverse C room in 3.
Now, level 3 does have a reverse C that's just a drop and not a staircase, but it is possible for a certain combination of flags to add a staircase reverse C too. So want to see if we can find a staircase somewhere in this 3, and if we can't, that might turn out to be a problem.
There's a key drop for Saver.
Well, this sandy room is the Manhandler room, and it's Stalfos. Second quest to Stalfos.
Second quest Stalfos.
So we got second quest enemies on.
Oh boy.
Ooh, and they are not going down to a candle flame, at least not easily, without being. If you get them against the wall, you can corner them.
That's a big if, though.
Yeah.
Well, Saver doing a pretty good job of it, and RandomEffekt falling to blue gorillas again.
Yeah, I'm glad someone in chat pointed that out. That fireball turret room is the blue boomerang room, except in vanilla it has 3 blue gorillas instead of, what is that, 5? And it's already hard with 3 hearts if you're. It's one of the reasons doing a.
Oh, that was the flute, I believe, or recorder.
Yes, and based on what we've seen with Triforces and Triforce rooms and so forth, that also means that Heart Shuffle's probably on, because that was the Heart Container room that dropped that recorder. Now that he has the recorder,
hearts weren't already hard enough to come by.
Yeah. Now I can go back to 1 and kill the dig dogger that's in the Aquamenos room and see what's in that heart container slot. And it looks like he's going to do that instead of spending that key to pick up the Triforce there, or do that or something else outside of 3.
Probably a little added exploration here. Oh. Well, the big secret has been found, and it's not that big. 65. And the Armos item is the power bracelet. The door repair on Saver's side, and you can see Saver doing a good job of wallet management thus far.
Yeah, he hasn't blown the recorder yet. I think he wants to clear out Death Mountain before he does that, but we will want to see what that recorder does, because there are a couple of 50-50 flags that can make that interesting. If it's recorded in new dungeons, meaning it goes to the dungeons in the seed rather than the first quest locations that it does in the vanilla game, then that's one thing. If it goes to unbeaten dungeons, then it can save a whole lot of exploration. But if it goes to beaten dungeons or the vanilla dungeons, it could also just whistle you off to somewhere useless, and which is why he might want to check what he can check up here in Death Mountain before experimenting with that.
Ooh, Saver trying to make his way past the Plinko rocks.
RandomEffekt. Getting annoyed by this Patra.
Yeah, already with 1 heart. There's the Dodongos. And yep, 5 Gorillas of the blue variety.
And Ari's taken several passes of this room now. He's definitely read it as the probable item room. And let's hope he gets something good for his efforts, because it's quite an effort that it's been.
Alright, there's the other upgrade. And it's a key after all of that.
Yeah, that was not a major item. So either that's not the room I think it is, or it's not the flag I think it is.
Oh man. And there's Uncle Wizzy over on Saver's side.
Yeah, this looks like a first quest level 5. Which, given how many NSU rooms that are shuffled into first quest 5, especially with Wizropes flying around, being in there without the ladder can be pretty dangerous.
Oh, and there's the second quest ropes. And they care not for Ri's fire. And it looks like this is
6, maybe? Yeah.
Based on the palette color. And Saver going to go ahead and grab it here.
Let's see, is he So you want to look around anymore in here? I guess it depends on the enemy set, I would imagine.
Okay, so for those just joining us here on Speed Gaming 2, this is Elite 8 flags. So you're probably looking, why do they only have 2 hearts? Well, they actually started with 1 heart, as that is one of the potential shuffles. Starting hearts can be anywhere from 1 to 5 hearts, and they rolled as low as can be.
Yeah, we've also rolled Mirrored Overworld, as you can see, and Swordless. So, quite
this is not easy.
Yeah. Her on the floor for Saber. Ladder was in the Goma room. You might want to take that ladder back to 5.
And Saver with a 3rd heart now.
Question chat, do you go for the magic boomerang? Well, Saber's pretty far from the coast at this point. If he happens to pass it, he might grab it. But yeah, I mean, but with Swordless, sure, it's useful to have a boomerang for sure. So if you happen to route near it, you wouldn't turn it down. Saber is going back into 5.
There's the push block, and we've got another heart.
First item we found in a basement, and it's a heart.
Now, again, this is an elimination match here in the bonus bracket. The winner will move on to take on Chest Jerk in round 7 of the bonus bracket, and the loser will be eliminated.
And Saber found the wand. It is in level 5 in the
wow,
in the Dig Dogger room, but only guarded by gels. So that's the place to go, and that's a massive advantage. Every minute that RandomEffekt's not searching level 5, Saber is going to be further in the lead from now on, just because of how much of a DPS, damage per second advantage you get from having the wand and a swordless seed.
Now, Chad asking, and I'm not 100% certain, was the wand ladder blocked?
That's a good question. I don't know if it was hard ladder blocked. There was an NSU room full of wizarobes that you had to pass through to get to it. So if it wasn't impossible to get to without the ladder, it was certainly a lot easier to get to with the ladder. Question chat, if this is swordless, how are they going to complete the game? Well, in the randomizer, Ganon has been modified to be killable with the sword instead of the wand, or with the wand instead of the sword if the swordless flag is on. So the wand is because Ganon is required. That was actually an agreed upon remorse flag for this race. The wand is required. So not only does RandomEffekt need to get to that wand to be able to complete the seed efficiently, he needs to get to that wand to complete the seed at all.
So the longer that it takes RE to find that wand, the further behind he is going to fall here.
He is checking East Death Mountain, which is now West Death Mountain in the mirrored overworld. So if he manages to keep his bomb count up enough to finish this whole quadrant, he will get to that level 5 eventually. Ideal routing would be to find 6 first, get the ladder, and then be able to get through that that wizrobe infested in the user room safely to get to the wand. But see what order he routes in. Meanwhile, Saver.
Saber apparently saw Second Quest 8 and noped out of it.
Yeah, I missed it, but yeah, if you already have the wand, I think you only go into Second Quest 8 if you're pretty sure the bow and or silver arrows are there at this point, because that can be a big time sink.
RandomEffekt now in 3, so that will allow him to progress to pick up the recorder.
Yeah. And Saber, I'm pretty sure left 3 without getting the Triforce, which Ari's about to discover he needs to either find a ladder or use a key to get to that Triforce. See how he chooses to handle that situation. Saber about to screen scroll over to the raft island, which you can do in mirrored overworld because of how scrolling through a boundary works. You can do it left to right, but not right to left. So when the overworld's mirrored, there's only one location that's really blocked by the raft.
Certainly helpful. And yes, RandomEffekt did buy arrows a little while back, and Saver did pick up the magic boomerang on the coast using the ladder.
So if Saber manages to, or if RandomEffekt manages to kill these Stalfos, he will get a recorder. Saver is in what looks like Second Quest level 7. Guerrilla level when you have the wand, not too much trouble. Keep your distance and shoot him down. And yeah, Saber's seen 1, he's seen 3, and now he's seen 7. So even the dungeons he doesn't have Triforces from, he knows exactly where to go to get them. And he's seen 9, so...
Well, there's the recorder on RandomEffekt's side.
Big spiral. Two-headed Gleeok in the four-headed Gleeok room has the heart. There are no bomb walls or walk-through walls in 7 unless after the randomizer shuffles rooms, it finds that there are parts you can't get to, then it can add a bomb wall, but by default there aren't any, because there aren't any in the vanilla game, so usually going to be some sort of staircase maze to get where he needs to go. Dig Dogger's probably a staircase.
And indeed it is. I'm gonna go back in and skip the Triforce. A little bit. Wow, nice dodge there. And takes out the Dodongo the traditional way and gets another heart. So Saver up to 6.
Yeah. That also means all we had in level 7 was 2 heart containers. But he also found the compass, so he knows where to go to get that Triforce he needs, and when he does, he'll be out of here. So, Ferran, what do you think Saver does from here? You think he just rushes the Triforces he needs and then digs 9, or do you think he tries to find the bow somewhere else before going into 9? I think since it's the second quest 9, he might dig 9 even knowing he might not be able to complete it, but we'll see.
Yeah, that does seem like the play, as it gives you knowledge for later. And on top of that, even if you just find the silver arrows in there, okay, maybe, and then you kind of double back for the bow. But if important items are in there and it happens to be the bow and silver's in 9, jackpot. That's kind of the game plan there. Yeah,
a lot of things have to roll a certain way for the bow to be in 9. We've seen it happen. It happened in one of my races, but but you need the important items in 9 flag to roll on. You need the Force Red Ring and Silver Arrows flag to roll off. And all the other things that would supersede that have to be off as well. So it can happen, but...
it's highly unlikely. It's it's needing a win and a Tampa Bay loss and a Dallas loss, and it's like the last week of the NFL. You need 7 things to go right for you to make the playoffs.
Saver back in 3. Let's see. Is he just going to grab this Triforce? Yes, he's not going to dig.
Going for the Triforce.
I don't think we ever saw the staircase item in 3, but... No, we might be about to see the staircase item in 3 on our east side. If he can take out this Moldorms, it's...
No bombs and the blue candle, your only source of offense.
Yeah, well, if you kill one of the segments, the other one will die when you reload the room. But I think he needs it to roll he needs the Moldorms to move over the candle in a very certain way to kill all 5 segments. So that's what he's trying to get done.
Oh man.
Yeah. It is low HP enough that it seems like it's possible, but
yeah, that head of the Moldorm needs the extra hit.
Yeah, so you kind of need
to hit it 6 times basically.
You kind of need the head to roll back on the flame for it to really work with you. Question chat, should they search for the sword? There is no sword. This is a swordless seed. We found
one of the 50-50 possibilities is for a swordless seed. So they can go looking for a sword, but they're not going to find one.
Yeah, so
that is one of the added challenges of the Elite Eight flags.
Yeah, and what RandomEffekt doesn't know is that this... I mean, RandomEffekt's best hope is that, which we know isn't true, is that the wand is under this block, and so if he kills this this Moldorms, it opens everything up for him, but we know that's not going to happen.
Well, a nice consolation prize, which we won't find out, would be if that was the bow that was in there.
Yeah.
Because that is something that is required.
Saber back in 1. Looks like he's going to dig it out.
To answer the question in chat, yes, we did see both of the overworld upgrades. Between the two runners. I don't know if they both have seen both.
It's a heart container in the basement in 1. I imagine Saber will kill that dig dogger and yeah, with the swordless flag set, the wand is required to kill Ganon instead of a sword.
Well, Saber grabs the Triforce in 1 and is eligible to enter level 9. Well, we heard the recorder tune, and even I can name that tune for a rare change. That's because I played a lot of Link to the Past recently.
Saber back in 2.
So I think Saber's playing the percentages here and going for the... basically going for the rooms, or yeah, the levels with the lowest amount of rooms, and is trying to unlock the items and look for the bow, ideally, here. And there is the book. Looks like it's in the graveyard, 186 gold. Or, well, rupees. 186 monies.
Yeah. Saber could afford that, but I don't know that he's going to get to the graveyard since he's seen all the levels. Doesn't have any reason to do more overworld exploration. Let's see, what does this Patra have?
The red candle.
That's kind of mean, because the red candle is a really useful, repeatable offense item in a swordless seed, unless you already have the wand, which you could not defeat Patra without having.
Without having the wand.
Yeah.
It's very meta in that regard.
That's sort of like in Vanilla Second Quest, putting the red candle under the candle block dungeon. That's in like the hardest tree to find on the whole map.
And you can see with 7 hearts, able to easily take out those 5 blue Gorias that Ari had spent a considerable amount of time working on.
Yeah.
We got the rupee boss here, not a push block.
There shouldn't be a push block in.
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
But sometimes when you get to this point in a randomizer seed, you're like, are the rules even what I think they are? You might want to push the blocks.
Do rules exist?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I think RE has found close to every door repair. Just seems like every time I look up and there's a door repair taking away RandomEffekt's money.
So here's another fireball turret room. The one with the 5 blue gorillas may have been a red herring that was just giving a key. Let's see if this drops an item or a heart.
It drops the any key. Wow, the rich getting richer.
Yep. Key's not a huge concern with a second quest 9 ahead of you anyway, but you don't turn it down. That's a good question. Saber was checking some stuff that he'd already checked. People wondering in chat if maybe he's misplaced the level.
Here's back in 3.
Yeah.
Well played, yes. We know that Saber didn't lose 9. That's for sure. So we're looking for the staircase item here in 3.
Meanwhile, RandomEffekt finding 8. Given how long RandomEffekt's gone without repeatable offense, he has to be he's gotten to the point where he's gonna take gambles like jumping into a second quest 8, and you can't really blame him. Though, unless the bow's in here, it's not gonna get him any progress, so see how it works out for him.
Well, if the bow is in here, then we've got ourselves a new ball game. Or even though it's less likely, if the silvers are in here, we've got a new ball game.
Now, the enemy set in this 8 doesn't look too bad, so Ari might be able to get through here. Saber will have no trouble with these Muldorms with the wand, so we'll get to see what's under this block.
And it's a heart. Meanwhile, another transport staircase on our east side.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
A lot of dark nuts in some rooms that could be staircases, unfortunately. Which, if you don't have a wand, not a lot you can do about it unless you can set up.
I don't know if there's that kind of precision bomb placement with just 3.
Yeah, I mean, what's I was just about to say these fireball turrets. If they weren't there, you could set up a count on the keys and start plan of attack that way. But it's so hard to build up a count with the rooms like that. The Saber's in the graveyard now. He's gonna find the book.
I believe here it is. Yep.
See if he gets it.
And going right for the book.
I wonder if he was actually looking for that because or he mistracked one of his levels that he's seen. Well, has he seen 8? I'm not sure, actually.
I think he quickly went into it, realized it was 8, and noped right on out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he did too, so... Not sure what else he's looking for.
Wow, nice triple red dark nut kill. But 'twas not for a push block room. Oh goodness. And now Saver back in 4. First
6.
quest 4. Or 6 rather, excuse me. That's right, that...
It's at the little hook at the bottom.
I was trying to go off of color, and they're similar, but slightly different.
Yeah, I think the accent color is different, but I always miss that too.
And there you see the effect of the boomstick. It replaces that fire with bombs and...
Yeah.
Saver, getting sniped by a blue Wizrobe.
Yeah, a little too confident with the boomstick, but he's a little more careful. He should be able to clear that room. When the boomstick explodes on a Wizrobe, it does the same thing as a bomb exploding, so it's pretty overpowered. Hey, Antlers, Saber doesn't have the bow, and Ganon is forced, so presumably he's looking for the bow. Or the silvers, although because of the...
Yeah, the
I don't
odds
have
with the silvers
Antlers
are in
this.
9, but...
Yeah, I don't have to tell Antlers this, but in case anyone else has the same question, odds are silvers are in 9, but it's not 100%.
And no guarantee of it.
No.
Ooh. Oh. Saber playing with bomb fire here. So Saver there with a wand clip.
RandomEffekt bailing out of this level 8. Maybe trying to farm a bomb or something, but
And are you kidding me? Saber has found the bow.
yeah. Window's closing fast on RandomEffekt mounting a comeback here. He really needs to find the silvers in a very unexpected place to have any chance at this point. And the tough part for RandomEffekt is we know he's not going to get the red candle because you can't get the red candle without the wand. So, and we know, and you can't get the bow without going through 6, which you have to pass through nasty Wizrobe rooms to get to the wand and to get to the bow. So you really have to get that ladder and go get that and then go get that wand. You kind of have to do things in the order that Saber did to get anywhere in this seed, and it's going to be really tough to catch up. All right,
so Saber is in 9, just under the hour mark.
We know Ganon's
point.
force.
Yeah, RandomEffekt hasn't even found 6 yet.
Yeah. So we know Ganon's force. So we're looking for a roar. We're looking for a shutter door that doesn't open until Ganon's dead, which will be Zelda. And we're looking for staircases because one of them's probably going to have the silver arrows. Or if we find 2 items that aren't red ring and silver arrows, we'll look somewhere else for them.
Yeah, bomb availability of little consequence here because, well, the boomstick is an unlimited wand, or unlimited bomb, rather.
Yeah, Saber has the any key and the any bombs. Nothing gonna stop him from exploration, really.
And we've got a roar. So somewhere over on that eastern side.
Well, the Ganon's definitely directly north of that room in that 9 column because Saber was in the room below this one and hadn't heard it, so even before he came in here, he knew this wasn't Ganon.
We got a shoot room.
See if that dig dogger is. This push block could definitely be a staircase. Let's see if it's an item.
It's the red ring.
Well, won't turn it down, but it does make it even more likely that the silvers are the other item because because the red ring and silver arrows force to 9 flag kind of goes in tandem, so they can roll separately, but not Zelda. Dummy shutter. Reverse C could be a push block.
And it is. But it's not the staircase to the silvers.
Another potential push block.
Just making mincemeat out of those likes.
Transport.
And those noodles are going, oh wow, there's a danger saver.
I haven't been able to tell what the red bubble cursed is. In addition to taking your sword away, which doesn't matter in a swordless seed, it could also reverse your controls or slow them down. I haven't seen him slow down, so it might just be swordless, which is the ideal flag for the swordless. If you already don't have a sword. Yeah, it didn't look like it slowed him down or confused his controls at all. So probably just swordless.
So the bubbles, their curse tonight is just pure annoyance.
Yeah. There's the one-way transport.
And RE taking a death.
potential staircase.
That's a transport as well. I mean, thus far, this has just been everything coming up Millhouse for Saber here.
Well, this looks like the red candle room for second quest.
And there's the silver arrows.
It's the silvers. Yep. Saber's heard the roar. He just needs to get back there. Only thing left to do is find Zelda, basically, and kill Ganon, but... Nope.
That's a shoot room, so not going to be able to go
So that's why
way.
I couldn't get through that.
And ops to up A.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever got a potion. The one heart start does make the up A rather punishing.
No potion for Saber. Chat looking for all of the worst case scenarios, looking for 8-block Zelda door. Well, both doors open there, so neither of those are Zelda.
Well, Zelda can't be next to
that's right.
two doors unless it's Ganon.
Yeah, that's...
Unless it's Ganon, yeah. The reason for that is the Ganon flag has to open Zelda's door, so it can only work on 2 doors if it's Ganon's room itself.
Well, here's Ganon. It's a 0 HP Ganon!
Yep, no whistle strats today because Ganon going down in 1 hit.
So now Saber's looking for the door that opens on its own. Now there's the map. And there's the door that opens. My goodness. Chat, get out your GGs. Saber is going to advance to bonus bracket round 7 with an official SRL time of 67 minutes and 25 seconds. And RandomEffekt has thrown up the forfeit. And noting here in chat, RandomEffekt noting, I can't find anything. No bow, no ladder, no wand, no phone, no lights, no motor car, not a single luxury.
GG, Saber.
Thank you.
It's a very nice run. This is a pretty tough seed. Cute. And RandomEffekt's with us now too. Hey Ari, GG. Sorry, didn't go quite the way you're hoping, but well played anyway.
That might be the understatement of the century, but
yeah, I mean, this was a tough one because we were talking a little in the IRC. You never got any repeating offense, and the red candle was actually under the Patra in 2, so you couldn't get the red candle before the wand. You couldn't get, and the you kind of had to get you would when you forfeited, you just found 5, which is where the wand was, but you had to get through an NSU room filled with wizrobes to get to it, so it's kind of hard to get to without the ladder. So you kind of had to right order this seed, and Saver you basically did.
I was talking with TG, I think, earlier today, because I watched our game 2. I'd say I put it on loop for about 9 times already. Of course, it's sped up, but I just kept trying to study both of our patterns. Where did I go wrong? Where can I improve? Or where could I gamble? So I was talking to TG about it earlier today. I'm like, I don't think RandomEffekt or anybody else goes Death Mountain first, and it's always a hit or miss. It's either I find a dungeon or I lose 5 to 6 minutes. In this case, I found 3, which was okay, whatever, we're both going to find that. But the fact that I went up there early was pretty good.
That's interesting that going early Death Mountain was a strategy you thought about before the race based on RandomEffekt's behavior. Now, going to Death Mountain early, particularly in a swordless seed when you're trying to husband your bomb resources, is a gamble, but it sure paid off.
I did find the candle early, so pretty much the whole forest was already checked off, and like the middle section with Candle Row and everything. So there was a couple odd bomb spots, but by that time I had 8. I said, if I have 8 bombs, save, go for it. If you find something cool, if you don't, retry, you get your 8 bombs back and try all the weird spots that's left over. And for some reason, I have mismarked an item somewhere on the overworld. I have a blue boomerang and a power bracelet.
Yeah,
White sword, bombs, and it's either at vanilla start or right next to level 5. One of the two. I don't know which one.
It was not vanilla 5 because I checked that while going back to 1.
No, next to level 5, like the actual level 5 in this game.
It's
to
right
the left
next
of
door.
level. Yeah, to the left of level 5 was a bomb, and the vanilla sword location was a bomb. But I couldn't pick up either one because I only had 4 hearts.
Yeah, what I meant to say was the vanilla sword location was Mags.
Okay. Yeah, then
I,
the white sword was next to where the wand was.
Yeah, so I marked them both as white, and I tried the first one, and I said, nope, and then for the life of me, I couldn't figure out where. I was like, I hope it's not important.
Did you find the stair item in 3? I'm just curious. Was it under the Patra? If you did, was it under the Patra or was it under the worms?
The staircase in 3, I think, was at the very top left. And
yeah, that's the worms.
Yeah, it was the mold worms that you tried to kill with the blue candle over and over again. It was just a heart container. It was just a heart container.
Yeah, it was crap.
That was so dumb. I was so determined. I was like, can you things just turn into yourself one time and that would help me out? Like, I literally went back and forth in that room probably 10 times because they were 0 HP or very low HP. And I was like, this got to work at least one time out of this. And I kind of committed myself for a while and then basically said F it.
Yeah, I mean, at that point in the seed, you checked so much and found so little that you had to kind of make plays like that. And you were there
basically
with no bombs and just a blue candle.
Yeah, one thing I learned from game 2 from RandomEffekt is if you find a dungeon and it's swordless, no matter what, you better dig it because you're going to need some kind of item.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. I just didn't, go to 5 first. But I still didn't find level 6 or 7.
6 is actually right next door to 5.
Okay.
And 7, I think, was the ladder river spot. I didn't mark it down.
I don't have very many spots left to do because I had the power bracelet and the recorder. So it's either if it's not in Death Mountain, then it's at the ladder spots because that's the only spots I didn't do, or the raft spot. I never did the second raft spot where vanilla level 4 is because I never found raft.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you found raft. Where the heck was it?
No, but I scrolled into the other one, but I couldn't do the vanilla 4.
Gotcha.
So that's is what it is. I was pretty certain that if it was hour in and I had no repeatable weapon that I was going to lose, unless you were in the exact same boat. but that's unlikely. I think the biggest disappointment in this whole seed was dying several times in level 2 to the what was it, 5?
Oh, the 5 Gurias.
The 5 Guria room
Gurias.
that I thought was going to be the drop room.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. And I was so crushed.
Yeah, Saber eventually came back and found the drop room, and you were right that a fireball turret had the drop. It was unshuffled item drops. Just that room was a total red herring. There was another fireball turret room that had ropes that had the magical key.
And it was accessible to your bombs.
Yeah.
It was what?
You had to bomb your way into it.
Oh. I thought I maybe had a ladder block.
Yeah, there was a ladder block at the top of the level, but that wasn't where the...
Oh, well, I was in most other rooms. I think maybe there was one room I didn't do, I guess. It was that one room I didn't do.
It was in the center of 2 on the left side.
Yeah, I think there was one room I didn't do in there, and that was it.
Yeah, it just had any key.
Does 2 have 2 of those rooms, or is it...
I think it got shuffled in, because I swear there's only one of them in there.
Yeah, I think it got shuffled in too. That threw me for a loop too. I was sure that...
That's so dirty.
It really is.
This seed just... I felt like this... This seed bent me over in the wrong way. Oh my god, that's so disappointing. Between that and level 3, like, this is just so disappointing.
Well, you knocked Saber out in the fall, right?
Indeed, I did.
I think it was 2-0, I think, on your side.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so...
One of them was only 7 seconds, and I think we both had the fastest times. Like, you had the fastest losing time at that point.
Yes, I remember
that was a crazy rate. But yeah, I did knock you out of that tournament. I think that was the first we've ever played. I don't think we played in a tournament before that.
I'm not sure. And I think immediately after you knocked me out of that one, I think Captain Green 7 knocked me out. And I'm like, yep, I had my fun with RA in game 1. Was it 2? I think it's 1.
Well, we certainly, I'm sure I speak for everyone, we all look forward to seeing you guys play each other in the next tournament, because it's been a great series, and even though you kind of you kind of got done wrong by the seed in the last tonight. The first couple races were really crazy, really exciting, back and forth, and we always love seeing you guys play. So thanks for playing RandomEffekt. This is the end of your tournament. Any thoughts on the Random Percent tournament?
I always kind of like the Random Percent tournaments. I think they're very interesting. They're hard for spectators. I will agree to that, especially spectators that really don't know the game. I'll just say it out loud. My only suggestion is not to do the sprite shuffle. I'm really happy that this wasn't sprite shuffled, but I think that just becomes an annoyance and a confusion, and I just think it's not good for a tournament personally. But that's the only flag that I would not put on in a tournament.
And hiding the numbers.
It's a thing. It's a skill, at least. You have to figure out. I figured out on the second dungeon that I was like, all right, we got vanilla palettes, so I can figure out what dungeon I'm in right when I get. And then it's still a feel of what's going on.
Right.
But sprite shuffle doesn't really do that. It just wastes time and adds confusion. It doesn't really affect anything of how you go through the game and how you manage it in a way.
That's some shapes. Got some pro sprite shuffle voices in chat. But yeah, everyone has at least one flag they hate, and it's kind of the nature of Random Percent that something's going to be in the mix that's going to annoy you. But
yeah, I went pretty deep. I think this is top 12, right? Technically, something like that. So not too bad. Anytime I think I get top 16 in any tournament is in a randomizer tournament, I did pretty well.
Yeah, there's so many
randomizers.
There's so many good Z1R players at this point that it's you did well if you did this well. So congratulations on that. And Saver, you go on to face Chest Jerk. Any thoughts on that matchup?
Dude, the last time I heard his voice, he had fire in his eyes.
Yeah, there is a revenge factor here, as you did eliminate him by sweep in the first round of this tournament.
I did say earlier on that if I get knocked out at this point, I'm pretty much okay because I had my fun. But I am not going without a fight. So Chester.
Well, Chester is saying in chat, "I need revenge. I won't get it, but still."
Just let me go to Death Mountain, and then you'll go to Vanilla 1. You'll find the wand and a swordless, and we'll call it even from there. Or it'll be all 8 Triforces. Oh god, please don't let it be all 8 Triforces. That is one thing I don't like about the random percent. Is the all 8 Triforces. It's fun, it's random, but it's too quick. Either way, I look forward to our match.
I think we all do. So we'll check that out. This will do it for us tonight. Tomorrow night, we have Game 1 in Antlers versus Fred Coughlin, and also Game 1 in Fury XK versus Zarnax 42. Those are at 10 and 11 o'clock tomorrow night, respectively, Eastern Time. So check those out. We're getting down to getting down to some of the final rounds in this double elimination tournament. So pretty much everyone who's left is pretty dang
9
good.
individuals left. There's not much left.
Yeah. And everyone who's left is good, and the flags have gotten crazy, and so you'll see very skilled people deal with very stupid situations in very entertaining ways. So definitely want to tune in. Thanks to SpeedGaming for the restream. Thanks to Kuros for doing the tracking in the background for us. Thanks to Ferran Burgundy for joining me here on
Absolutely.
On commentary. I'm John Tabin, and thanks so much to our runners, RandomEffekt and Crystal Saver. This was a lovely time as always, and we will see you soon.